afternoon, stampers and paper crafters. This is Renee Daly from stampknowhow.com, and I'm back with another project using items from the holiday catalog for 2020. Today's project is invisible bridge card. As you can see, it actually stands up on its own, and you can still mail it in a business size envelope by just smushing one side down. I think it's pretty cool. I saw the idea on Jennifer McGuire's YouTube channel. She made one, and I decided to do one with Stampin' Up products. So I hope you enjoy this. Don't forget to subscribe. Just click that little bell icon, and you won't miss any more of my fun upcoming videos. So let's get started on our project. Okay, so for this project, we're using the Peace and Joy bundle. It's in the holiday catalog, and we're going to be using a few of these images of the snowflakes and a couple of the smaller sentiments. So for this project, you're going to need a few supplies. You may need a piece of Whisper White cardstock that's 2 inches by 4 inches, some Highland Heather cardstock that's 2 inches by 4 inches, and some Balmy blue that is also 2 inches by 4 inches. And that's for the big sentiment. And then you're going to need some of the Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper. And you're going to need 2 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 4. 2 pieces that are 1 inch by 4 inches. And then you need a large piece that is 4 inches by 6 1/4. You need a piece of acetate that measures 2 inches by 7 1/2 inches. And then you'll need a piece of our thick Whisper White cardstock. And this measures 11 by 4 1/4. The first thing I'm going to do is bring in my scoring tool. And we're going to score our cardstock. Now this is the long side facing horizontally, and we're going to need to score at 1 1/4 by 2 1/4, and the next one's 2 1/4 inches. And I rotate that all the way around. Score at 1 1/4 again. And then 2 1/4 again. So that's our card base. Okay, I think the first thing I'm going to do here is we're going to go ahead and get our stamping done. So this is the background for the card, and I've got 2 inks here. I've got Highland Heather and Balmy blue. I'll start off with the Balmy blue. We're going to concentrate most of our images in the corners, the 4 corners, so this makes it easy to lay it out. We're going to use this large snowflake image, and we're going to stamp that in the 1 corner. And then we'll do that in the opposite corner as well. And these are pretty random, so you could do as much stamping as you like. I just stuck with clusters of 3. Okay, that's our snowflakes. That's it for the Balmy blue. And I really like this watercolored background from the Snowflake Splendor paper. It just looks really cool. You're going to want to have that in your stash. Okay, we're going to stamp the Mary Ann in the Highland Heather, and that's going to go up in this corner. And I've kind of staggered these so they look a little bit random. If you wanted to, you could actually make them straight if you wanted to make it a little bit different. And then we're going to do the Christmas down in the opposite corner down here. Okay, that's it for stamping. The next thing we're going to do is score our pieces. And this one's going to get folded outwards. And this one's going to get folded inwards. So it's going to look kind of like a little sandwich, and you want it kind of look kind of like that, like an L shape. So same thing, we're going to fold this one back on itself. And this one we're going to fold in on itself. Just give those a good crease. So that's the base of our card. And we're going to go ahead and attach this piece to the back of our card. I'm just going to use regular glue for this project. Make sure you got it going the right way. This is going to go on the inside. Set that on top of there, give that a chance to dry. We're going to need our two smaller strips, and we're going to go ahead and attach those as well. These go on the inside. And again, I'm just going to use white glue for this. Don't need a whole lot. Put a block on there just to help those adhere a little bit better. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We're going to go ahead and cut a few pieces out here. You're going to need your number 1 plate, your number 2 plate, number 3 plate. And then we're going to cut out the white piece and the purple piece first. So I have the little background thing there and the bright sentiment. I'm just going to line those up. So we have a little die cut. Set that there for now. For the final piece, the Balmy Blue, I need to cut this out, but I'm going to make this into a sticker first. So for that, I have some of these foam adhesive sheets. These are new in the annual catalog. And these are really cool for adding some really cool dimension to your projects. You can basically make your die cut into a sticker, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this. I'm just going to cut it down so I don't waste the whole sheet here. Can save that for another project. So basically all you need to do is peel that adhesive off the back of that. We're going to stick our cardstock on there. Just like that. Trim this down a little bit more just so I don't have this sticking to my machine here. just trim off those edges so they don't stick to your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We're just going to lay that on top of this. And I'm going to put the top plate on. And we're going to run this through like you would any die cut. And this is going to embed that in the sticker, which is really neat. So when you got that all done, this is what you end up with. And it's got dimension over the whole piece, which is really neat. It just adds a really different effect to your cards. I'll get that all popped out. The silicone craft sheet. They have just a regular sponge that was cut into quarters, and I just attached a little binder clip to the top. So for this one, you can just peel the backing off of this. And basically we have a giant sticker now. And we're just going to line this up on our white piece. So be careful to line it all up, just don't stick it down randomly. So then you have your first layer. It's not really neat, you really got some dimension with that. And for this one, I'm going to do a really neat little trick. Just going to put some glue on my silicone craft sheet. Yeah, once this is dry, you can just peel off the glue. It makes this really easy. And we're just going to dab that in there. And then we're just going to dab our glue on to our die cut. It's a fast and easy way to attach die cuts. It'll save you a ton of time. So for some of these finer die cuts like this, the little sticker sheet doesn't work really well. I tried to do it on this and it just made kind of a mess. So I wouldn't recommend using with a super fine die cut, but it's great for like the middle layer here. So just a little tip. So once you've got that on there, you let that dry a little bit. And this little die cut thing's really cool. It just kind of keeps that little dot for your eye in the thing, and you can just punch that out. And we're just going to use our take your pick tool to put that little dot on. Dip in a little bit of glue. And then you have your, as long as you don't pull it off with your finger, like I did, I'm a little sticky here. I'm just gonna let that dry for a little bit. I'll just set this aside and this will dry and I can just peel that glue off right then. You're gonna need your acetate strip and we're gonna use one of these little silver stars. They're in the holiday catalog. They're called glitter star ornaments. Sorry, got the name wrong there. I'm gonna go ahead and attach this to the middle of my die cut where the G is. I think the easiest way to do this is just to twist it up a little bit. I'll put just a little bit of double-sided tape on there just to keep it from moving around. And it's going to be really hard to see, but where the center is here, let's put this quite distant. And give that a good press. Make sure that it adheres really well to the acetate. And then we're going to finish up our card. So on the other side of this, we're going to put some more tape. I know this is really hard to see, but I did allow a little bit, like 1/4 of an inch on either side, just so we have a little leeway trying to get this on. And I do recommend using the stronger adhesive for this. It's just a little less misty than the glue. The tear and tape just seems to work better for something like this. So we're going to push the edge of our card down on this side, and centering this on there, we're going to line that up and press down. So I had to adjust the adhesive. I recommend putting it more on the edge of the acetate on this edge, and then to get it to lay flat, just put the other adhesive down then. Once you've done that, it still works. I just wanted to be able to mail it. I think originally I put it in the wrong spot, so. But you have a little bit of leeway with my measurements, just so, you know, just attach the left edge first, pretty skinny to the strip, and then you can adjust this side. Okay, now that we've got that adjusted, I'm gonna go ahead and glue on my last 2 strips here. You just want to make sure you catch that acetate on the inside there. Okay, Just using the Take Your Pick tool, I'm going to pull off some of these gems. I'm just going to put them on the inside of our snowflakes. I hope you enjoyed today's project, and I hope that you'll follow me, subscribe to my channel, and get to see more of these fun holiday projects I have planned. So thanks for watching. Bye.